Are you searching for personal development, motivation, self-help, success? Jason Redman. Well, you've come to the right place. Hang on.
Welcome to the Expect Success Podcast, a presentation of GeorgeBollock.com with your host, George Bollock. This podcast is for all things personal development. Don't expect success, prepare for it. Please welcome your host, George Bollock.
Welcome to Expect Success at GeorgeBollock.com. Now, in addition to listening to our podcast, you can also view the video format on YouTube at GeorgeTube.com. Jason Redman is a retired naval officer and U.S. Navy SEAL. He's the founder and spokesperson of the nonprofit organization Wounded Wear. He's also the author of the memoir, The Trident, the Forging and Reforging of a Navy SEAL Leader. Now, on today's show, Jason talks about the keys to success. Want to know what it is? Well, it isn't motivation, it's discipline and consistency. Consistency is the key to success. Meaning, well, listen to Jason.
It just is what it is. Welcome to the real world. Welcome to reality. Speaking of the real world and reality, what I want to talk about today is I meet so many people that talk about, I want to be successful, including me. I'm one of them. I want to be successful. How do we define success? And here's the thing. It doesn't matter how you define success, although every single person out there needs to figure out what is success in their own mind. And you need to come to grips with what that means. For some people, it's a high level of financial achievement. For others, it's a high level of personal achievement. It's, to have achieved some level of status, whether it's military status or whether it's athletic status. For some people, it's the impact on a family. Whatever it is, that becomes your level of success. Now, here is the key when we talk about success. I meet so many people that talk about, hey man, I want to be successful. I want to be successful at losing weight. I want to be successful at fitness. I want to be financially successful. I want to be successful in my relationships with my family. And the problem is several different things. They may be motivated, but motivation only goes so far. I worked out in this gym up in Massachusetts last week. And it was an awesome gym, man. It was just rugged, and it was like a weightlifter's, like a competitive weightlifter's gym. It was kind of dirty. There was no bells or whistles, man. There was nothing shiny about it. But they had any piece of equipment you were looking for. And you had strapping blue collar dudes in there and women who were just jacking steel, man, and getting it on. And on the wall, there was a sign, and I know this is reversed, but it says, motivation determines what you do. And guys, here's the reality. That's a bunch of bullshit. Because you can be motivated for a small period of time, and you can be motivated to be successful. Everybody that I talk to that says, I want to be successful, I want to lose weight, I want to be in great shape, I want to be a great fighter, I want to be financially successful, I want to be a Navy SEAL or a U.S. Army Ranger or whatever it is. And motivation only takes you about this far. What makes the difference? Jocko says it, man. Discipline and consistency is the key, guys. It is consistency. That's why I tell you guys here within the Overcome Army, it is an 80-20 rule. If you truly are committed, it starts to get up into the 90% and above. Olympic athletes, do you think they're perfect? Absolutely not. Do you think Steve Jobs or Elon Musk are perfect? Do you think 100% of the time they wake up and execute the most perfect schedule they ever could have done? Absolutely not. They are human. And I don't care what they say, Jocko Willink, David Goggins, any of these motherfuckers, anything they say is not perfection. What it is consistency. They are consistent over and over and over again. And they are far more consistent going after their hopes, goals, dreams, and the places they want to be successful than most people. That is the difference. Success is consistency. You want to be financially successful? You are consistently going after the things that lead you down that path. You want to be successful with nutrition and losing weight? You are consistent in how you eat and making sure that your caloric intake is less than the amount of calories you need. That's how we lose weight. And then it gets really nuanced when we get into macros and you get into carbs and fats and all these different things. Or maybe you want to physically be a beast. Consistency. You're in the gym, grinding, 80, 90, greater. That's how it is. That is the secret to success. That's all it is, guys.
That's awesome. Now, for more about Jason Redman, simply search YouTube. And be sure to visit his website, jasonredman.com. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel as well. Jason's famous book, Trident, can be found at his website or amazon.com. And I'll be sure to leave a link in the show notes. Oh, and it comes in an audio format too. And remember, as the late great Jim Rohn used to say, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today I've been hanging out with Jason Redman. Keep up the momentum. Subscribe to our newsletter so you never miss another episode. Catch you on the next show, and thanks a million for listening. See ya.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of the Expect Success Podcast with your host, George Ballard. If you enjoyed today's podcast, please rate, subscribe, and review. And find more great content online at georgeballard.com and on Facebook and Twitter at George Ballard. We'll catch you next time. And remember, don't just expect success, prepare for it.